Hey everyone, this is Maggie, and I just have a quick little sort of DIY embellishment video for you. Um, I know how, two things that are really popular right now in the scrapbooking world is one, the Tim Holtz tiny attacher. I mean, staples in general, really. Almost every scrapbooker has one. They use them, you know, they're popular in Project Life, they're popular in 12 by 12 layouts. It's just a really cute little tool. And one of the things that I found with it is that a lot of times I would have a layout, I would have a lot of gold on the layout, and I wanted to use a staple, but I didn't necessarily want a silver staple. So what I did was I took some tiny attacher staples and I painted them gold, and I used this Martha Stewart gold liquid gilding, and I just bought it at Michael's. And let me open it up so you can kind of see. It looks just like liquid gold, really, and it goes on like paint, and it dries really quickly. And all I did was paint my tiny attacher staples this gold color. I hope that's coming out. Yeah, and I mean, I have some loaded here, so I'm just going to show you, kind of what it looks like. Just get a piece of scrap paper here. And it makes, it really, I don't know if I'm going to stand up here so I can make sure that you can see this. Here. And I mean, it really makes a difference, especially when you're doing a layout that has a lot of gold on it. You may not want the, the kind of steel color of the staples. But it really looks nice, and I'll show you. See if I have it in. I don't have it in arm's reach. Let's see if I can find the layout that I did. I don't seem to have it here. Well, here's one that I did. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, but here's one that I did, and I used the gold staple there on that live in the moment, and you'll see that I had used a lot of like bronzy colors, and I actually used some gold here for my little journaling or my subtitle. So I mean, I think it adds a nice touch, and it was really easy to do, and it takes almost none of this gold liquid gilding. I did previously use a gold paint pen, but I found that this covers a lot better. This covers, but I found that this took a couple of coats to go on, and it wasn't as smooth painting on the staples, whereas this liquid gilding really just went on like a dream. I mean, it was really nice, and it was $7.99 at Michael's, and I used my 40% off coupon, so I was able to get it, for a good price. And this is just what the packaging looks like. It does have a very strong odor, just to warn you. If you're sensitive to that kind of thing, you might want to do it in a well ventilated area. I'm not sensitive to that, so it didn't really bother me, but it does go on really nicely. And it does, don't use a good paintbrush. You can see this is the paintbrush I used for it, and it pretty much stained the bristles, but I don't really care about that. But yeah, and I think I'm gonna try it on some other things, maybe try it on some wood veneer. I'm curious to see how it's going to work on wood veneer. In fact, what I can do right now is go ahead and try that out. I'll just take a little wood veneer heart here. Let's see how this works. And you do have to shake it up really well. That's one thing about it. If you don't, it just won't. I mean, it just looks like molten gold. It's the coolest stuff. And just a little, and it smells like serious paint. Oh yeah. It just goes on so easy. I mean, it goes on better than any paint. Waiting for my tweezers. How pretty. And you really only need one coat of it to really get a good coverage. How pretty is that? I mean, that's just gonna look so beautiful on a layout. Imagine taking those really little tiny Studio Calico stars. Let's see if I can. I know I have a package of them. It's Freckle Fawn. Hold on. I'm looking for them. Oh, I don't know where they ran off to. But those little itty bitty tiny I think they're made by Studio Calico, or they might be Freckle Fawn also. But those itty bitty tiny stars, almost like this. There's different ones, and I can't seem to find them. I know I have them around here somewhere, but I'm at a loss where they are right now. But imagine painting those all this gold color and just having them dotted all across a dark background, like a navy blue background. Even these little stars, these outlined stars from Scraptastic. Let's see how it acts on cork. And lower. While I'm playing around here, let's get one of these out. Let's see how it acts on cork. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be fine. But let's just see. Oh yeah. It does say to seal porous surfaces before you apply it, but obviously I didn't do that with the cork or the wood. And that, sorry, I'm just looking at it, and that looks kind of cool too. I mean, you can still tell that it's cork. It has a really nice texture to it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm excited to try this stuff on a bunch of different items and different scrapbooking embellishments. Some of those resin flowers, I think those would be kind of cool to maybe paint one of those with the gold. See if I can find a little resin flower. We can kind of give that a shot and see what happens when we paint that. I mean, this stuff is really nice, and you know, it's been out a while. I mean, I've seen people use it in other things. Adele from the Ink and Quill used hers to paint the clip portion of a clipboard, and you know, I was like, oh, oh, look at how cool that looks already. I mean, that two-tone, oh, dude, these are gonna be awesome. I'm gonna have way too much fun with this. This is really cool. Probably gonna end up with gilded fingers. Look like Midas. So, yeah, awesome. Wow, that's gorgeous. And I mean, it really, look at that. I mean, it looks like metal. It doesn't look like resin anymore. It looks like legitimate metal, like it's cast out of out of gold. That's really pretty. Yeah, so trying to think if there's anything else that I could kind of try it out. Oh, how about these little freckled fawn. Oh, my New Yorker came out there. These little freckled fawn. Are these freckled fawn? These little sequins. Wood veneer. These are so cute. I think they're freckled fawn. That's cute too. The little sequins. Because you can still see the... Oops, there goes my gold flower. You can still see the lines from the cutting of the wood, you know, the laser cut. Yeah, so I think that's pretty cool. I'm sure you could probably color enamel dots if you wanted to, but I mean, you can buy gold enamel dots, but these kind of resin flowers would be kind of cool to color. These are from Hobby Lobby. These cheapy enamel dots from Michael's, from their like dollar section. Those would be cool. You know, enamel shapes. You know, what would be gorgeous is the Heidi Swap script wood veneers. Imagine that painted gold. I mean, just beautiful. Oh, this would be cool done gold too, or these resin or acrylic letters from Recollections from Michael's. All the Scraptastic acrylic pieces, those would be cool painted gold. I mean, you really, the possibilities are endless with it. I think you could really get a lot of use out of this little bottle, especially since gold is such an in thing right now. You could take old embellishments that you have that maybe are not really what you're looking for, or you know, you want to kind of give them a little update and you still want to use them, just paint them gold. This Scraptastic wood veneer, this would look really awesome with just a couple of the butterflies, maybe painted every other butterfly painted gold. That would look beautiful. That kind of stuff. I think you could really have a lot of fun with it and make some really gorgeous embellishments. So that's all I had to share with you. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you with another process video real soon. Thanks. Have a great night, guys. Bye.